Hello and welcome back to my booth in the Waffle House of the internet, where you come for comfort, friendship, and occasional batshit insanity just to keep you on your toes. Today we're going to explore something completely different. We're going to take a look at this year's Ig Nobel winners. If you don't know what the Ig Nobel Prize is, it recognises unusual achievements in science and research. It's a play on both the word Ig Nobel, which means humble or common, and the Nobel Prize, which is a very solemn affair indeed. They do have scientific merit, but when you read them, you can't possibly wonder why anybody would do this kind of research. But thank goodness they do, because I look forward to the article about the winners every year, so I thought we'd actually look at them together. So here we are. Alligator on gas snaps up Ig Nobel Prize. Saving humanity one alligator on gas at a time. His team's study had attempted to show that crocodilians and other reptiles could advertise their body size through their vocalizations. This was achieved by putting an alligator in an enclosed tank that could be filled alternately with normal air and a supply of oxygen and helium. Alligators' body size does indeed correlate with the resonances they produce. So basically, you had some alligators squeaking on helium, and fellow alligators basically went,
"That's a small gator."
Other 2020 winners included the team that devised a method to identify narcissists by examining their eyebrows, and the group that wanted to see what happened when earthworms were vibrated at high frequency. Imagine going through over 2 decades of education, and the culmination of that education and your life's work is to vibrate earthworms. Here's the full list of the 2020 Ig Nobel Prize winners. Each winning team was given a cash prize of a $10 trillion bill from Zimbabwe.
And now for the winner in
Psychology. Miranda Giacomin and Nicholas Rule for devising a method to identify narcissists by examining their eyebrows. I'm interested in that one. Giacomin, Rule, eyebrows. God, my search history is weird. Can't see this one. Eyebrows accurately convey grandiose narcissism. Giacomin and Rule note that eyebrows play a significant role in facial recognition, impacting perception even more than the eyes. They cite previous research showing that people recognize celebrities without their eyes, but not without their eyebrows. Really? They suggest that because narcissists crave recognition and admiration, perhaps they cultivate distinctive eyebrows in order to be noticed, recognized, and remembered. How do you cultivate your eyebrows? Oh, I suppose through grooming. You don't just get to pick your eyebrows. Aren't like big eyebrows a huge trend right now? Stenciling caterpillars on top of their eyes. Well, we have become a very self-indulgent society. This is the age of the reigning selfie, so I guess that makes sense.
And now for the winner in
Peace. Governments of India and Pakistan for having their diplomats surreptitiously ring each other's doorbells in the middle of the night and then run away before anyone had a chance to answer the door. Seriously? That's the Ig Nobel Prize for Peace. Did they actually do that? Here we go, some more excellent search terms for my browsing history. India, Pakistan, doorbell. Yep, it's a thing. Ringing the doorbell in the middle of the night and running away, obscene phone calls, cutting off power and water supplies, car chases, aggressive confrontations, and children intimidated. No, not the children. They're just harassing each other like kids. It's standard operating procedure. Wow. Well, you know, as long as nobody's bombing the shit out of each other, yeah, prize for peace.
And now for the winner in
Physics. Ivan Maximov and Andrei Pototsky for determining experimentally what happens to the shape of a living earthworm when one vibrates the earthworm at high frequency. What was going through that earthworm's mind? He must have been just so confused. There he is, the worm farmer. 2 Australians, physicist and a mathematician, intrigued about the shape of a worm as it vibrates. I'm actually surprised that 2 guys in the world managed to find each other in the same country and bonded over their intrigue about the shape of a vibrating earthworm. That is a very particular obsession to have. Maximov says the project began one day while gardening. He found several earthworms and decided to vibrate them. Using what device, might I ask? So what are they shaped like when you vibrate them? The experiment demonstrated that a vibrated earthworm behaves similar to a water drop. When anesthetized, earthworms are essentially a liquid drop wrapped in an elastic membrane. Oh, that's kind of disturbing. How do you lightly sedate an earthworm? Vodka. Turns out earthworms love it. Only 2 Australians called Maximov and Pototsky figure out how to get earthworms drunk on vodka, get a few drinks into them, and their muscles completely relax. Also, it helps stop them from escaping. This,
Please, no! 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 No!
And now for the winner in
economics. For trying to quantify the relationship between different countries' national income inequality and the average amount of mouth-to-mouth kissing. What? Okay, so far, everything has seemed actually kind of more interesting than the alligators on helium. Just gonna go ahead and put that out there. No. Oh, no. Oh, that's how they get you. Okay, save. Romantic mouth-to-mouth kissing is culturally widespread, although not a human universal. Really? There are people who don't kiss. What countries don't kiss? Cultures that don't kiss. About 10% of the world doesn't kiss. Till contact with the West, it wasn't practiced among Somalis, the Lepcha people of Sikkim, or Bolivia's indigenous Sidiono. You learn something new every day. Okay, so our data reveal that kissing is valued more in established relationships than it is valued during courtship, where income inequality predicts frequency of kissing across romantic relationships. Okay, I'm stupid. I would like this in simple English, please. People living in less dependable environments do more deep kisses, because intimate relationships are more valuable in these places. So, the higher this number is, the more income inequality there is. The higher this number is, the more kissing in relationships there is. So, you've got the USA, Nigeria, Brazil, Chile, and Colombia all have high income inequality, and therefore more kissing. At the bottom you've got Czech Republic, Germany, France, Australia, Poland, UK, Italy, and India, which have less inequality in terms of income, and therefore less kissing. That's interesting. Everybody over here is looking for comfort. Okay, next.
And now for the winner in
Management. 5 professional hitmen in Guangxi, China, who subcontracted a murder one to the other, with none of them in the end actually carrying out the crime. A group of hitmen have been jailed after repeatedly trying to subcontract a job to each other in Guangxi, China. Businessman Tan Yuhui hired a hitman to take out his competitor for $282,000, but the hitman hired another one to do the job, offering $141,000. That man hired another hitman who hired another hitman who hired another hitman. The plan crumbled when the final hitman met the man, named only as Wei, in a cafe and proposed faking his death. Hesitant hitmen. That is pure comedy right there.
And now for the winner in
Entomology. Richard Vetter for collecting evidence that many entomologists are afraid of spiders, which are not insects. I don't think we need to look that one up.
And now for the winner in
Medicine. Some more names I can't pronounce. For diagnosing a long unrecognized medical condition. Misophonia, the distress at hearing other people make chewing sounds. This has been long unrecognized. I have literally had this since I was a child. Where's my Ig Nobel? I could have told you about this. People with misophonia can become irritated, enraged, or even panicked when they hear their trigger sounds. Yeah, for me, it's people chewing, especially when there are no other noises to, block it out, or people rustling in Ziploc bags. It's physically unbearable. I can't be in the same room or I'll be arrested. Next.
And now for the winner in
Medical education. Bolsonaro, Johnson, Modi, Obrador, Lukashenko, Trump, Erdogan, and Putin, and Berdimuhamedow for using the COVID-19 pandemic to teach the world that politicians can have a more immediate effect on life and death than scientists and doctors can. Yeah, can't argue that.
And now for the winner in
Material science, for showing that knives manufactured from frozen human feces do not work well. What do you have to be drinking with your friends to decide this is an experiment you want to be taking on? Oh, my search history, my poor search history. Okay. Knives, frozen... Oh, it comes up. I'm not the only one. Okay, good. That's promising. No, knives made from human feces do not work. Not a surprise. Highlights. An ethnographic account states an Inuit man made a knife from his own frozen feces. And experimentally tested knives manufactured from frozen human feces. Who volunteered for that? Wow. Knives manufactured from frozen human feces do not work. The ethnographic account of an Inuit man manufacturing a knife from his own frozen feces to butcher and disarticulate a dog has permeated both the academic literature and popular culture. Has it? Has it permeated both academic literature and popular culture? Can't say this has ever crossed my radar. These folks right here, they can all rest easy that they've done the good hard work that we need people to do, because this was a very pressing question that has many direct implications for our survival in the post-slowpocalypse world, aka 2021. So for all those doomsday preppers out there seeing the end of times around the corner, just know you can't freeze your own shit to make knives. I don't actually know how they announced these, so looks like this year they did it online, obviously. Stated aim is to honour achievements that first make people laugh and then make them think. They certainly do. I definitely had many follow-up questions. The Ig Nobel Prizes are presented by Nobel laureates. Oh, so there's a bit of crossover, that's interesting. The event contains a number of running jokes, including Miss Sweetie Poo, a little girl who repeatedly cries out, "Please stop, I'm bored," in a high-pitched voice if speakers go on too long. The award ceremony is traditionally closed with words, "If you didn't win a prize, and especially if you did, better luck next year." I feel like this was made for me. I really enjoy this. Throwing paper planes onto the stage is a long-standing tradition.
3, 2, 1, go!
Thank goodness for that. That's this year's Ig Nobels. If you enjoyed this, please let me know. Maybe we'll look back at some previous years. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content and if you'd like to see more. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!